Today we're talking about fear, your relationship with fear. How do you navigate through this crazy life with fear?
You ready?
I'm ready. When do you first notice that you had fear? And like what as a child just always that you were fearful of and it might have turned over into something as an adult today?
Oof. Well, for me, it started, my grandmother, may she rest in peace, she instilled fear in me. My mom used to work at a nightclub, so my grandmother would watch me, and she would literally turn off all the lights and play dead. I'm not joking. She would turn off all the lights in the house and play completely dead.
Was she just maybe she just went to sleep?
She was so good at it. And I'm not talking about for like 30 seconds. I'm talking like straight 10-15 minutes type of situations. And I'm there like just picture a little ass girl like panicking, like screaming. And I used to call her Tata. So like Tata, Tata, and then I was calling my imaginary friend Ungi, like trying to help me. So for me, it's the dark.
That sounds like a serious situation.
The dark, 100%. I used to sit like this, like.
What was the point of this?
I just don't even know. It was her playing with me. It was her playing with me. I'm not joking. Like I wonder if my mom has ever like played this with her as a kid, but yeah, that's how she used to play around, and I was just like, and she would literally wake up like.
That's dark as Tata.
And then she'd be like, your turn. I'm like, my turn.
And she was mad dark skinned?
No, yeah, listen.
That's funny.
Lost in the sauce. What? Mm-mm. That was intense.
Wow.
What about you?
It's not gonna be that.
That's it's such a real story, and I haven't spoken about it for like so many years.
Shit, you made me think of my grandma. My grandma was tough, but not that tough. But I just remember it being dark, but at night. She wasn't playing dead. It's just at night, time to go to sleep.
Yeah.
And they used to have, it was in Spanish Harlem, they used to have fucking rats and shit.
Oof.
And mice and So you'd be petrified to go to the bathroom at night.
No.
I used to pee on myself and go hold
honey.
Or I would brave it and try to stomp. And those roaches too, bro. Like, oh my God.
I probably would have done the same thing.
So that's the first fear I remember. And then I remember just like the Chuckies and Freddy's. That shit used to bug me the fuck out.
I used to shower and just scream.
And I used to watch it. I would still watch it.
Me too.
And I would be fucked up for like 3 nights straight.
Sometimes I would just stay in the bed like this and then start to see things from leaving my eyes open.
Yeah, so that's the first memory of fear.
Yours
so that goes to being afraid to the dark as well. So I see that time.
Papi, I'm sorry, you can't come over here.
I'm not afraid of the dark, but when it's completely dark and I'm hearing shit. You hear one bad thing, that should fuck you up for the rest of the night.
It's
now
true.
You're just hearing every little thing.
Yep.
Now your ears are like spidey senses tingling. What do you personally do to push past certain fears that you might have?
You know what's so funny? A lot of my fears have been with people, like within communication and like just doing things that I want to do based on my character and having the fear that someone is going to see me in a different light, in a worse light, or very judgmental per se. So for me, that's what it's been. And honestly, just doing it and putting into perspective that healing myself and taking care of me first is more important than protecting someone else's thoughts. Like, I shouldn't even care. I can't do anything with the thought, whether it's good or bad. So why do I care? So I let that go. Once you really let that hit you and you're like, yo, I don't care what anyone thinks about me, that fear is to me one of the biggest fears because it has to take you through your life, and that has diminished. I don't have that. I don't care.
Oh yeah, it's a fear of people not liking you or not being accepted for the real you. That's one thing though, I was always different. Like I was always weird and shit like that. And I
weird is good.
Yeah, everybody's weird. If you're not weird, then you're like everybody else, and then that's weird.
That is weird.
It's
being
weird
like
that
a
we
robot.
all like the same exact thing. Like we all have different experiences. Like how we all like the same exact thing, and then we make fun of the person that doesn't like the same exact thing as everybody else. I'm like, nah, y'all weird for all liking the same exact thing.
You've been saying this for a year now, and I am going to replay it.
Weird and shit like that.
Weird is good.
If you're not weird, then like everybody else, then that's weird.
That is weird.
It's
being
weird
like
that
a
we all
robot.
like the same exact thing. Like we all have different experiences. Like how we all like the same exact thing, and then we make fun of the person that doesn't like the same exact thing as everybody else. Like, nah, y'all weird for all liking the same exact thing.
It makes so much
But
sense.
isn't it crazy
Yes.
to think that we're all supposed to like the same thing, we make fun of the same thing, and we all have the same type of views?
So people walk in fear. Often.
Fear of not being accepted.
Yes.
So everybody is trying to be accepted off of fear and
Actually,
not being their genuine self, and we're not even getting to know our people genuinely.
Like you really want to walk through this world. Like this just hit me right this second.
This just
so
right now too. Yo, we smoked real quick, and now this shit is going.
Yeah. No, wait. I just thought about this. Like we literally take for granted how important it is for people to know who we genuinely are as individuals.
Because we don't know who we are.
Wait, so exactly. So why only let 1 or 5 people really get to know you? Like, let's just say, right, that they are good energy, because I do believe that not everyone deserves to fully know you. It's earned type of thing. Like, you earn respect and you know, friendship. But imagine if, I feel like a lot of people, they still hold back like 90% of them. And they give each individual that's in their life a certain representative.
That fits the need of what they like.
Yes. So it's like, okay, exactly. So when I hang out with this friend, this is my brunch friend. This is my best friend. So there's always one friend that knows you to your fucking core, that might even know things about you that you can't register for yourself. But you will never give that to anyone else. And then we have a whole lifespan and people don't want that. Like, I feel like we should all genuinely want that. It can bring a lot of harmony to the world. But people are too focused on one-upping people. And so that fear takes over them and they give a representative and they perpetrate a fraud.
That's different. So that's a fear of being less than.
Yeah.
Or have you being somebody else.
Yeah.
Or just trying to impress somebody that doesn't hold no value really in your life of where you are, and you're trying to impress somebody that it doesn't matter at the end of the day. So why are we not talking about what we really going through? How's work? It's good. Everything's good.
Everything is this.
Or you hate it or whatever.
I don't know. There's just so many levels of fear. And I feel like
that's probably the biggest fear. Like there's the obvious fears of dying.
Yeah.
Fear again.
Wait, real quick, are you afraid of dying?
No.
Me neither.
I used to be.
Same. Tell me why.
Because it's just something I can't control. So why am I gonna let it consume me? Honestly. And I feel like this is just my vessel. And I'm gonna live forever.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? My soul, my vibrations, gonna live forever. We all energy.
Exactly. I heard something like a year ago, and they asked somebody, why aren't you afraid of dying anymore? And that person said, when I realized that it's not about me dying, it's about who I'm leaving behind and how they are gonna feel. Because you're not gonna know. Like,
you ain't gonna be there.
You're not gonna be there. If anything, they're gonna be left with the remnants of you. So it's when I got that, I was like, oh shit. So it's not even gonna hurt me. Like,
so
I'm sure it may hurt. Yeah, I'm sure it may hurt and stuff like that. But like, I'm sure it's just gonna go, and then who knows, like cross over into whatever I cross over into. So I just don't know, but I think I'm like okay with it. Like if it happens, it has to happen, but I hope that like the people around me can still survive and be, because a lot of people break a lot of people die without dying. That's even worse.
Just know I live forever. Don't cry for me.
Oh, we not having funerals either.
Oh, I don't know.
No funerals, no burial.
No way.
That's a whole nother topic. That's a whole nother topic.
Me.
Plant me into a tree.
That's it.
In Bali.
Yeah. When y'all plant me, it's on record. It's on camera. What's your camera? Which camera? Listen, I die. Sure ain't know my death wish. My death plan. Sorry, not wish.
Jesus, honey. Jesus.
You're gonna burn me up. You're gonna mix me with some dirt and some seeds. You're gonna make me into a tree.
Mm-hmm.
And y'all.
What country? Where do you land?
I'm country. Queens.
Get.
Country. Queens.
Get.
Flushing Meadows.
Get. You thought we're supposed to be like planted next to each other. I'm not gonna be planted in Queens.
We'll be on the BQE.
What?
Damn. We'll be Randall's Island, right between both. We'll figure it out.
We have to, because it doesn't have to be a country, honey.
Yeah, we gotta be connected in our roots.
We have to go to Africa. We're going to Africa.
But whatever. And wherever the tree y'all playing me at, have like a nice picnic barbecue right there.
Yeah.
And just celebrate.
Okay, so question with fear.
Yes, fear of not being loved is probably my biggest fear.
Ooh.
That has drove me into.
Where did that come from? I'm so happy you
That's
took
what we was talking about.
a hit.
No, because we were just talking about.
Okay.
That's what most people do. Shit, like, or act certain ways to try to
That's
fit
true.
in because of fear of not being liked, fear of not being loved,
That is very
fear
true.
of not being wanted for the most part. But once I'm getting better with that because I'm learning to know me.
Mm-hmm.
I'm learning to love me and the new me and you, of course, and my family. But yeah, I don't care who likes me out there. I'm getting to like me. I'm getting to know me. I'm getting to strip everything down and just build back up.
Yeah, I agree with everything you just said.
So that fear of somebody not loving me, not liking me, is getting better. It is daily struggle.
Yeah.
And that goes with thinking you're not good enough for it to do something or just having those thoughts. It all comes from fears, those negative thoughts, if you really think about it.
It's really true. I feel like I had a lot of moments where I while you were just talking, I flashed back to like so many different moments of me in different settings.
Mm-hmm.
One was my acting school, one was when I worked at Gucci, one was when I worked at Reebok, and one was when I went to Cathedral. I'm not gonna say them, but the groups that I was in, I noticed I was either belittling myself and like pushing myself down and making myself less than around these group of people, or I would diminish myself so that people wouldn't think anything bad about me, or like I don't know, I would conform to what people wanted.
Yeah, just to fit in. Because you want somebody to like you.
But one thing I never did, I didn't like fake the funk.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't do anything like that, and I'm actually really proud of myself for that. Like I didn't pretend to like something for like to hang out with a cool chick or like anything like that to make friends. Like I didn't do shit like that, and I didn't believe in like lying on people. So my fear never went that far. There's a lot of people that they take fear to the next level. They let fear turn and harvest into anger and to like a whole manic state where they just end up doing something physically harmful or like mentally harmful because it's possible. I know.
What are some of your fears as being a beautiful Afro Latina woman with a fat ass
Yeah.
that a man might not have?
Walking. Like
Walking
just
at night, so everybody want to say.
I just want to be. Like, I literally just would like to be. And when I say be, I mean, like, I want to wear...
Let me question it. If there was no men for 24 hours...
Oh, I got you right now.
Exactly what you were saying.
I want to wear, like, let's just say it's these shorts, right?
Mm-hmm.
These are pretty short, but not that short. But usually when I wear them, I wear, like, a crop top with it. Or I wear, like, a long t-shirt with it, right? But I would wear this with like maybe a pair of like strappy heels and a wife beater with no bra on, and just like some gold jewels and like some really big diamond earrings, because they're not gonna be stolen off my ears and yanked. I would probably even let like a little bit of the back cheek show, because honestly it's just more breathable and hygienic. Like a little bit. And
I support that.
and then I don't know, I would just like, I would literally walk in the middle of the night, like purposely. Like I've always wanted to take a 3 a.m. walk for no reason. And like, I'm talking about a long walk down maybe my favorite neighborhood type shit. Like I would love to do that. I would like to go down the whole Upper West Side, leading to Midtown, leading all the way down to like St. Mark's Place. Just chilling with my girls, all of us comfortable, no bras, just being us. And if we want to go and do anything, we can go to a bar and not worry about covering our drink. Like we can do all of these other things.
You just gotta raise this next generation like feminists as well.
We need to raise men better. So women need to get their heads out of their men's asses. The men have to like let go of the misogyny, and the women have to stop babying their men and only thinking they belong to them, and get them ready for the fucking world and how to treat people with respect rather than being your baby boy.
Woman as an equal, man. That's it. Treat your kids how to see women as an equal, not an object, not a trophy to get. You know what I'm saying? That's it. As long as you see them as an equal, you'll be fine. There'll still be people getting married. That's the thing. Everybody's trying to talk about, like, oh, because the man, you gotta make a man feel like a man. What you mean? That comes from you, my man. That comes from you. I mean, It's not a woman's job to make you feel like a man or less of a man. You feel me?
You're supposed to feel like
you already feel like a man just from being a truthful, fucking good human. You know what I'm saying?
Give yourself everything that you feel you deserve from someone else. How about that? And that is what I believe that we've been doing in this relationship since it started. Amongst all the fears that we had from what we dealt with in our past relationships, we dumped it out on the table. I feel like the first 2 years of our relationship, it was more so, it wasn't this type of work. It wasn't this type of work, not even the third year. I feel like the pandemic started the work, and we started to look at ourselves like, wait a second. And we allowed each other to share what we really feel with no judgment. And I believe that people can have more of that, like with just regular individuals, because it doesn't have to be someone that you're married to or that you're sexually involved with. It could just be someone that you have a really good relationship with.
It's
like
work.
Yeah.
That's why that whole men and women can't be friends.
They totally can.
Yeah, as long as you have a mutual respect, you don't see her as an object, and y'all just cool. Like, yes, you can.
Exactly.
It's very easy. Just men always gotta. I don't know what's wrong with that sometimes. But we're always told that your value is how many women you could get, how much money you could get, so you could attract a woman. So you gotta get the money to attract the woman. You gotta be the alpha male to attract the woman. So it's just misogyny to get the woman. And the woman were conditioned from Disney
to be fetched,
to be, yes, and try to get the most manliest man and the provider and all this stuff.
Making the most and is the best. And
so once you get rid of all that bullshit that they was ingrained in us, and you just see it as a woman as an equal, or as a freaking queen, because they could bring another human into this life. So they're kind of not our equal, but y'all ain't ready for that. And it's just because that's some little dick energy, bro. Like you should not want to control a woman to feel like a man. Yeah. You should want to let a woman help get you better, bro. If I'm still trying to control you, and it's just all ego. It's just corny shit.
But I just feel like women also, we can learn a thing or two more about men, because it took me learning about men and their fears and their concerns. And I'm like, wait a second. So we are actually having the same issues. The only difference is we were born with different perspectives, and we have a whole different job requirement. Think of it like that. Someone came in as a manager, someone came in as an employee. They're both awesome people. They both really have an attraction, but they have such different fucking duties for their lives. And it's just like, we have to break that. We have to break it, and we're rebuilding it. And I feel like that's happening in the world now. I just feel like it's a choice that people have to make, and y'all make that choice.
And a lot of time, a lot of the stuff that men are angry about or emotionally unstable about is like because a woman, they feel less powerful because maybe your woman's making more money than you, or you just feel like she's winning more fights, so you just feel less. And like that's what causes most of the trauma. But if you already feel like you treat her as an equal, it don't matter who's the head in charge. You know what I'm saying? We're always trying to be like this. It just causes so much problems.
Anyway, that's it.
That's awesome.
Yeah. So if you guys made it to the end of this video, do some homework. Pick out 3 things that you've had fear of and see maybe why you've been hesitant on changing them or working on them, and maybe just have a conversation about it with someone that you trust and that you love. And it's an outlet. It's just a way to learn something about yourself and just maybe learn something about someone else.
Hey man, just get over that fear. Notice what's making you fearful. Turn off the TV, turn off the social media, and find your sensor and just find the core of the fear, and then you attack it. That's it.